All right, guys, welcome back to another episode. What day is it today? I think it's January 4th, if I'm not wrong. Maybe I'm wrong, but if I am, it'll be edited right here, so you'll see the actual day. But guys, first and foremost, I'd like to thank you guys for 400 subscribers. That's absolutely insane because I think yesterday we were at like 350 for the start of the day, or no, like 337. We started the day at 337, and now we're sitting at like 415 or something like that. So lots of growth, guys. Thank you so much, and I'm really excited for the future of this whole thing. So if it's not for you guys, for me just to look back at this, 3 or 4 years from now and see what we've been doing and documenting the entire thing and just posting this every single day, it's gonna be cool. So with that said, thank you guys again. CBD has been going really, really well. For those of you that have been watching since we started a CBD company, and the purpose of this is for me to document everything from starting the business and having no revenue to now where we've done $300,000 in revenue and then some. So we're getting the growth that we want in business, on social media, everywhere. So far, everything's been amazing, and I just can't thank you guys enough. Today, I am not going to be documenting like the entire day. Typically, I'll just go, show you guys my workout and everything like that. I actually took the day off from boxing because yesterday we had sparring. I went on a run. Today I'm just going to go do some lifting. I gotta get some muscle on, so that's what we're about to go do in probably a couple hours. So, yeah, basically, I don't have my laptop in front of me, but I think we're at like 3K in revenue with CBD so far today. We're not profitable today, actually. We're actually unprofitable because of the expenses that we had for our affiliates today, and then we had quite a few refunds come through today. So all in all, we're actually negative, like $600 or something, but that's just part of business. And you'll see there's gonna be really positive days, there's gonna be really negative days, there's gonna be days where we make a lot of money, there's gonna be days where we make no money. Sorry, I'm just trying to move this camera, get the right angles. All right, so there's gonna be days where we make a lot of money, days where we make no money, and that's just the way that things go. Today, I also want to talk a little bit about how I started and like what my mindset has evolved into since I started, because there's a serious progression. I feel like every couple of years, even every year, you completely reinvent who you are as an individual, right? I remember I was actually 14 when I got into e-commerce, and at that point I was like trying to flex everywhere. I was just like buying a bunch of things to make sure that people thought that I was doing really, really, really well. And, I cared a lot more about what people think about me than I do actually right now. I actually don't really care much at all about what people think about me. And so the progression mentally has been quite an interesting one, right? So when I got into it, I immediately was like wanting to make money, and that was my only goal. And of course, that's still the goal, right? You don't start a business for charity, you start a business to make money. And then if you want to do charity later on, beautiful, go do that, and I will. But I started a business to make a lot of money, and that was my only driving factor, was to make money, get out of the situation that I was in, and then get into a new situation. I did make some good money on our first go, but then for like a couple of stores after that, totally lost a lot of my money, right? So money can't be the only driving factor for why you're in business, and even if it is, you can't be discouraged because you're not making a ton of money right now. You need to realize that if you're not making money now, it either just means one of, I want to say 3 things. First, maybe your product's not good enough or your business is not good enough. Second, maybe you're not positioning your product or your business in the right way to make money. Or third, maybe you're just not mentally ready to make money right now with that business. A lot of things happen. So for me, every failure that I've had to experience, which I've had plenty, and I'm sure every successful entrepreneur that you've ever talked to, if you've talked to many, will tell you the same thing. Yeah, I made money, then I lost it all. Then I made more money again, then I lost it again, and then I made a lot more money. It's kind of like a cycle that everybody goes through. But the reason that happens to people, and the reason it happened to me, was because you need to learn. You need to progress mentally before you can progress financially. And so that's something that I want to get across to you guys right now, especially if you're in the beginning stage. just recognize the fact that there's going to be hardships that you're going to have to endure in order to progress, to the good things. And for those people that quit right after a hardship happens to them, or those people that quit right after something doesn't go their way, they might be quitting right before the gold at the end of the rainbow shows to them. So you just can't quit as an entrepreneur. You can't quit in business. You can't quit in life. And that's the most important thing that I took away from everything. And so, the progression mentally has been insane. When I started, I was really into material things all the time, posting Shopify dashboards all the time, trying to flex. And it was like a dick measuring contest with who else is making money, right? At this point, it's got to be more, for me at least, genuine connection. I don't care how much money they make. If I don't feel like they're a good person to surround myself with, no matter how much money they make, I won't surround myself with that person. What else? Oh yeah, I'm not in competition with anybody but myself. And that's like been a big one for me. And yeah, I mean, those things are like kind of where I'm at now. And then also just being authentic to you guys and to myself has been the most vital thing in my life right now, because I'm sure you guys have experienced, imposter syndrome. And imposter syndrome basically is something that everybody at some point is going to experience, because you're going to walk into a room trying to pretend to be somebody that you're not. And that's a recipe for disaster, both for your mental and for whoever it is that you're trying to network with, right? Because let's just say you do successfully get into that room and you start to act like somebody you're not, right? Somebody will like you for who you actually aren't. And then you're gonna have to continue to pretend to be that person that you're not in order to appease that person. So it doesn't make much sense to do that, And for me, I've realized that, especially in the last 3, 4, 5 months, where I'm just like, dude, I don't care. It's just gotta be something where you don't determine your own worth. Sorry, my cameraman. You don't determine your own worth by what other people think about you. And that's given me the most success in my life, especially in my business too. I'm posting everything. I just told you guys we're losing money today. Back then I'd never want to make that clear. I'd never highlight the fact that we lost money, because for me that feels like a failure. At least back then it did. But now it's just yeah, that's the way it goes. So I'm not gonna lie to you guys and be like, oh yeah, dude, yeah, we did 3K today. That's going straight to the bank, and I'm gonna go ahead and buy a new watch with that 3K, right? That's just not how business works. So that's basically how I've been thinking a lot lately. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, so I'm actually about to go step on the balcony, check to see for real our exact stats, and I'll update them on our video right here. Just give me a sec. But yeah, thank you guys again for all the support you've been giving me for this whole entire journey. So just give me a minute. Let me pull this up, and then I'm gonna go ahead and make myself some celery juice. It's not the greatest tasting, but it's good for you. All right, so yeah, we are negative today, but we've done 3.9K in revenue. We are negative $767, primarily because of refunds and our affiliate expenses. So, that's just the way the cookie crumbles today. But, we'll make up for it for sure. And we're focusing really heavily on TikTok right now. So just learning as much as we can. We're actually going in and reposting our videos that we posted prior, because the videos we posted prior actually were tagging a different TikTok product. We got our other TikTok product approved, optimized the listing and all that good stuff. So we're gonna repost those videos, tag the proper product this time, and add some sound behind them. I think sound helps boost TikTok videos, so that should be a good thing for us, considering we're trying to get sales on TikTok Shop. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead. Excuse me. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and make my celery juice. After that, I'm gonna go hit the gym, and I'll talk to you guys soon. What's up, guys? So I got back not too long ago from the gym, and I'm gonna make myself some post-workout milkshake pretty soon here. But while I was working out, I was thinking about a couple things that I wanted to include in this video that kind of touch on what we talked about earlier, where I was kind of talking about you have to endure something in order to get to I don't know, let's just say the light at the end of the hallway or the light at the end of the tunnel would probably make the most sense, right? So when I started e-commerce, I said I was 14 years old. I had some success actually pretty quickly. I met my first business partner ever on a random duos game in Fortnite. And basically it turned out he owned a big Instagram page, and I had just been learning the beginning parts of dropshipping on YouTube and whatnot. So I actually remember the people that I was watching were like Tanner Plains and Hayden Bowles. Those were like the two guys that I watched then. Not too sure if they're still in the space or not. Haven't really watched too much YouTube lately. But yeah, so those were the first guys that I saw, and basically met this guy. We played for like a week on a big Instagram page, and I was like, dude, have you heard of e-commerce or dropshipping? He was like, nah, no, what's that? And so I told him. Fast forward a couple of weeks, we got our store popped up, used this big page for ads, generated a lot of revenue, made some good money. And at that time was like my flex stage where I was like trying to like prove to everybody, oh yeah, like I'm a business person, whatever. I was a 14-year-old kid. I was not a business person. You know, I had some success with e-com, but you know, looking back, I get cringed out because I said earlier, you do reinvent yourself after a couple of, probably every couple of months sometimes, you know, even, but let alone, you know, 6 years. So looking back, I'm like, damn, that was pretty immature. But anyway, after that store, we had some, you know, I've had successful stores, of course, and but a lot of them had failed. So I invested a lot of my profit into starting a brand. That brand never got off the ground. So I ordered a bunch of inventory, a bunch of packaging, and made 0 sales. So that sucked. But I kept pushing on. And that's something that I do give myself the credit for, is continuing to push on, even at such a young age when things do get hard. And I mean, I found myself in a situation a couple of years ago where I had $40,000 in Amex because, you know, I had to, we had a thing with our partner, but we basically used a lot of our liquidity to buy this partner out, and we used our Amex to try to generate new revenue to no avail. So basically we have 40K in credit card debt, and then, you know, we kept pushing on, figured it out. I remember talking to my current co-founder. We were at Chick-fil-A, and we were like, dude, we might as well just spend this money on Chick-fil-A while we can. And we were trying to figure out how to go ahead and fix our situation. So it turns out we found an offer to ran a couple million in a couple of months, got ourselves out of the situation, and you know, then we started Rebuilify after that, and here we are today, right? So basically, this year has been an interesting one because my co-founder, who's my current co-founder of Rebuilify and CBD, started a lighting company, and that took off for him, like back in, I want to say it was January of 2023. And so basically we bought him out of Rebuilify. Then he came back towards September, I want to say, of 2023, so like a couple months ago. And then we found the CBD opportunity kind of sitting in our laps at the same time as we were kind of relaunching Rebuilify and regrowing Rebuilify. So for the couple of months, Rebuilify was our main source of income personally. And because we've seen CBD, you know, how much potential it has, we decided to cut that off entirely, Rebuilify. So basically now we took a massive cut in personal income because we want to focus on our long-term project or a long-term brand, where we want to just double down with this because we know the potential it has. And I think that's important that we did that. And it's going to be difficult now because, you know, we're not paying ourselves as much personally every single month, but we have a business that's going to be paying us, you know, ourselves hopefully a lot more later on in the future. But you know, I believe that our CBD business is going to be what takes us from where we are now to the next level that we wanted to get to, right? We've already done 7 figures in revenue on all of our businesses before. We've already done that, but I want to be doing something for years that's going to be bringing, you know, 8 figures a year in revenue and massive profit. And so I'm pretty excited about this because I'm sharing literally everything with you guys from when we started to when eventually we're going to be doing, let's just say 50 million a year one day. You know, I'm saying it now. We're going to do that. And you know, this video series is literally going to be me documenting everything in between. So even now, at this level, we're still going through hardship, right? Everybody has to, and it's just about how you deal with that. That's what determines who you are going to be when you are successful, right? I don't think you're going to talk to anybody that's had success, no matter whatever age they are, that hasn't had to endure something in some way, shape, or form. that actually does what they say they do. So, with that said, this next couple of months is going to be the most life-changing months for me, for my partner, and hopefully for you guys. Just in this video series, you're going to be able to see everything. But I am confident that after these next couple of months, you're going to see the progression of where we're at now to where we're going to be, and it's going to be absolutely insane. So I've just been so excited to keep pushing on this, and I just wanted to share with you that it's probably very relatable to some of you. You're maybe stopping your job because you want to start a business, so you're taking a hit income-wise. Well, guess what? I just did the same exact thing. I stopped one of my businesses to start another one that we want to really double down on because we believe in it. So it happens to everybody, and just push forward. That's the most important thing. You just need to keep pushing forward and, stay in your own lane. Those are the key things, the key foundation of becoming a successful individual. And I think that if you stay in your own lane, you push in something you really, really, really believe in, there's a reason you believe in it. It's not just made up fictitious reason. There's a reason you believe why you can do something. There's a reason why you believe that your business will work. And so with that said, you need to keep pushing until that reason becomes a valid reason, before that business becomes, something that you dreamt it would be, because it will be eventually. And, that's how we feel about our CBD company. So we're going to keep pushing until it becomes what we know it will be. And that thing that we think it will be isn't just made up. That thing that we think it will be, we both have the same feeling for a reason. It's like the universe is telling you, you should do this. And so with all those signs that we had, it was time to shut down Rebuildify and double down on our business. And so I'm very excited for these next couple of months. It's going to be intense. It's going to be awesome. It's just going to be an outstanding couple of months. And so that's where we're at now, and we're just going to continue to push on. So I'm going to go ahead, shower, and make my milkshake, and talk to you guys right after. So I'll talk to you soon. All right, so I just finished up showering. I'm about to go ahead and make myself my milkshake. So we got our eggs as usual. We're going to add the raw milk, some raw cream, and some honey. And that's going to be basically our post-workout, maybe probably I'll have some more eggs later on or something like that, maybe some more milk. But yeah, that's going to be pretty much it before I end the video. So basically, let's just update you on some stats. All right, so basically we haven't really had much profit today. I'll put it right here, 6,200 in revenue so far. So boom, 6,200 revenue is going to pop up right there. I'll screenshot it real quick so I don't forget. And we are negative today, just one of those days. But the good thing is that if they took the subscription option, we should make up for this next month, for this loss that we're taking today. So, at least on the day, because with subscription, of course, you only pay your CPA once. CPA is cost per acquisition of a customer. And if they buy something for $200 once, but then they subscribe to get that same thing next month, then they're paying you another $200. So then you become profitable. Thankfully, we can do that. So that's another reason why we use this CRM. It's called Connective CRM. It allows you to add subscriptions much easier than Shopify does. And then it also allows us to rerun decline transactions. So I'm not sure if you guys are familiar, but basically if you go to buy let's just say a phone case on a website, there's probably 25% of transactions get declined because of one or another reason. Either their bank declines it, or they don't have the funds, or usually it's just one of those two. Basically with this CRM, it allows us to rerun the declines, so that way we can still collect on declined revenue. So that's another reason we use a CRM like this as opposed to Shopify, outside from just the fact that we use funnels. So yeah, that's a big thing. If you're in e-com, make sure that you're learning about rerunning your declines and optimizing your business. Anyway, so today, not our most profitable, not our best day by any means, but we are on the path to success. And for me, success just means owning something that can have a big impact on the world, or at least give us the ability to have a big impact on the world, and to be able to take care of our family, my girl, people around me, close people. So that's the reason that I want to have success in a bigger company. So that's what success is to me, is just freedom to at least help the people that you're working with, or help the people that you live with, or, you know, all those things. So, or the people closest to you, really. You know, like I said, I've had the car, I have a nice place, I have nice watches, but I am not a big advocate for that's the big reason why you want success. I do feel like those are just byproducts. So yeah, I don't know what success is to you, but you should probably do some thinking about that, because once you do find the reason that you want to be successful, it helps you push forward in harder times, like we've talked about. Because at the end of the day, like, you're not going to quit if you're not doing it just for, you know, money. You're not going to quit if there's something bigger there for you. And that's something to take away from this, if anything. So I'm going to go ahead and make my milkshake. Thank you guys, as always, for watching. I really appreciate it. And I'm really excited to keep growing this. So yeah, finished up the day, 6,200 in revenue. Well, I mean, it's 6 p.m., so we'll probably finish it up and maybe make some of our money back, but we'll see. And yeah, so thank you guys, as always, for watching. Comment if you have any questions for me or anything you guys want to see in future videos. And yeah, so I appreciate you guys, as always. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.